Seth Painter here with the Panagora Pharma Customer Experience Chatcast. Panagora known primarily for its live events, chatting with all of your favorite pharma folks about all things CX. Joining us is Bryan Zembrowski from Regeneron. Say hi, Bryan.
Hello, how's it going?
Tell us a little about what you do.
Sure, I work for Regeneron and I'm a consumer marketer.
Do you have a disclaimer for us?
Yes, all of this is my own opinion. I am not being compensated one bit.
And doesn't reflect the opinions or information of Regeneron
Yep.
as well. So, okay, Bryan, what does customer experience mean to you?
For me, it reflects any type of interaction that a person may have with the brand, from what they might see on TV from a TV ad, digital ad, interacting with the website, all the way through the patient journey to the doctor and beyond.
And how does that layer on to what you currently do? How does customer experience weave into your day to day or some of the things you do as a pharma marketer?
Yeah, it basically drives everything I do as a consumer marketer. I'm constantly thinking, how do we improve the experience for the patients, right? Especially I'm in a competitive segment, so I need to really provide a better experience for patients from when they learn about our brand, help educate them, help them have a good conversation with their doctor, and then make sure they have a good experience when they actually are prescribed and start the drug, and then continue to hopefully have a relationship after that as well. And so it drives everything.
So this is a little bit of a loaded question, but if a customer has a positive experience with your brand, do you think that that gives your brand a competitive advantage?
That's a good question. I think so. We have some switching in the category, and so we have seen from our competitors that experience with access, with their hub services, um, and even to the extent of some of the additional services that we offer through market research, we've seen that it can have an impact.
I think it definitely can. Um, you work a lot in the digital space. Digital has become prevalent here in the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Customer experience has also uh, risen in its visibility over the last handful of years. Is customer experience digital? Is digital customer experience? Can this two be separated? Should they be separated?
Yeah, I think nowadays, as you said, the rise of digital, there's a lot more digital impact on the customer experience, right? From how they learn about our product, going online, right? First thing you do when you see an ad or you learn about something, you're Googling it, you're going to the website, you're learning more. But I think we also need to remember that, for an HCP marketer, part of that experience for HCPs is interacting with their rep, getting that content appropriately, dealing with our hub services, right? I think that's another big one. That's not necessarily digital if you're talking to a person on the phone for access help or information or other things as well. So I think, yes, it's heavily weighted towards digital because we live in a digital world, but we also have to remember there's a ton of touch points that patients have in their journey with our products.
So let's talk about one of the emerging digital channels, and that would be telehealth. I say emerging because there is quite an emphasis on telehealth that we didn't see, let's say, 12 months ago.
Yeah, definitely. I know for what I'm doing now, we're definitely evaluating and testing and learning in that channel. Just this week, there was an executive order signed by the president to expand usage within Medicare, I believe. So I think we're definitely going to see more of it. I think we also need to make sure we define it properly. Like, what is telehealth?
What is
Because
telehealth?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You have to look at it as one, is it a platform? Is it how the doctor's interacting with patients or patients are interacting with doctors? So, for example, is it a way for them to remotely communicate directly or indirectly via text or other modes? And then you also got on top of that all the wearables and data that can be sent back and forth to help manage a patient.
So if you're thinking about that in terms of where you can get involved
Mm.
with telehealth, I mean, obviously it makes sense. It's a no-brainer, especially in the situation that we're in now. Let's do a video chat instead of a live visit, right? But from your perspective as a marketer, where can you get involved in that? How can you get involved in that? How can you leverage that?
Yeah, like I said, I think a lot of companies right now are taking advantage of the COVID um, pandemic that we're in to try different channels in telehealth that we haven't before. There's a lot of new vendors popping up every day. We're learning from a consumer perspective, look, there's opportunities to get in front of patients in that digital waiting room before they actually interact with the doctor. Similar to what we do with our point of care tactics. And there's also some follow up opportunities as well. And it seems like every day there's always something new for us to try, which is exciting. And again, we're in a competitive market, so we want to make sure we're the first in there to try it all out and see what works and then continue from there.
Again, using that telehealth or remote experience to increase the CX, and then perhaps, um, I mean, not only giving your brand a competitive advantage, but making sure that the patients are on the appropriate therapy and getting the medicine that they need. So, final question, Brian: who's going to win the World Series?
I'll throw it back at you. Will we have World Series?
I don't know. That's also a good point too. It doesn't look like things are falling together as they intended to in Major League Baseball. But if you had to venture a guess,
If I had to venture a guess, I'm going to go with the Yankees because I feel like the New York metro area has a good control of the COVID situation right now. So maybe they'll win by default if they're the only team left standing.
yeah, that certainly is advanced sports analytics woven into that response. So, will we see you in September at the Panagora Customer Experience Summit?
Absolutely. I'm really excited to attend and definitely learn something new from all the amazing speakers and content that'll be there.
All right, we look forward to seeing you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.